all my wonderful students, subscribers, disciples. Welcome to another episode of Taoism as Applied to the News. This is your Master GongSun. Today's story, employee hospitalized diagnosed with failed pancreas after U.S. investment bank forced 110-hour work week, according to report. Well, this is, of course, horrible. But let's see what happened here. A Midwestern investment bank forced junior employees to work grueling 110-hour work weeks that resulted in at least 2 people being hospitalized, including one who was diagnosed with a failed pancreas, according to a report. Junior bankers at Robert W. Baird, the century-old privately held investment bank in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, said that they were assigned 20-hour workdays. Oh my God. And were scolded if they left their desks after pulling an all-nighter. Wow. Well, I suppose this is high pressure but high reward. That is the nature of that industry. But I'll tell you what Taoism says about it later. I'm sure you can already predict it. The report follows a spate of incidents in recent years during which at least 2 junior bankers, Carter McIntosh of Jefferies and former Bank of America analyst Leo Lucanas, 35, died after they were made to work as much as 100 hours per week. Wow, so 4 hours sleep, if even. Yeah, that's not enough. Not enough sleep. McIntosh died of suspected drug overdose, while Lucanas suffered a blood clot, well, probably as a result of lack of sleep and stress, or a combination of all that. The death of Lucanas prompted scrutiny of Wall Street practices, moving some banks to institute higher, or rather tighter regulations, including caps on hours and more stringent oversight guaranteeing time off for employees. As an analyst and associate, you're treated as scum. Well, honestly, you're asking for it. I mean, like, these people entered the industry knowing full well what the practices are. I mean, like, why do you go into investment banking other than to make money? It's not like it's a service where it's providing a great deal of value for other people. You're not like a doctor taking care of a patient, right? I mean, on the one hand, I'm sympathetic because no one should be working 100 hours a week or 20 hours a day. But on the other, they also know full well what they were getting into, right? They want to put in their hours when they're young so that they could be paid off massively, so that they could make big money later on when they reach more senior levels in their careers and then hopefully retire with a golden parachute. I mean, they knew what they were getting into. They're treated as scum, apparently. Hundreds of other anonymous Baird employees responded to the post with similar stories and claims of mistreatment by the bank. 2 former members of Baird's industrial team required hospitalization after extended work periods, including one who had previously voiced workload concerns to human resources. All right, pancreas failure. After this banker was forced to pay a second visit to the hospital due to health issues, the bank was terminated due to allegedly low productivity, or rather the banker himself, not the bank. Wow. So if you complain that I have been overworked, I need to go visit the hospital, oh, you're fired. Well, the whole thing is horrible. Like, the banking practices are horrible. I very much blame the bank for this. But at the same time, these junior associates, the interns, knew exactly what they were getting into. They're only in it for the money. So I think there's a valuable lesson here, and Taoism is actually very clear on this. I'll tell you what it is after we're almost done here. In one particularly stark incident, a former analyst reported angering his manager by stepping away briefly from his desk after working on materials for an ongoing deal all night. The manager insisted that the analyst should not leave his desk for more than 5 minutes without prior notice. Wow. In response to the Wall Street Oasis post, management convened a town hall for the industrials team during which junior bankers were reportedly encouraged to come forward with complaints. I don't see myself being that sympathetic. It's not. It's finance. You're moving numbers around. Okay, it's not life changing. You will not save the world. It's not a cure for cancer. It's not taking care of people. It is actually, the whole industry is very much against the Tao. It is greed. I don't actually see what investment banks actually do. During these reforms, former employees with the industrials team, one of the bank's top performing units, okay, so this I think we knew already, would regularly break rules that kept the number of hours. I see. So they're only supposed to work 80, which is a lot already. Initially perceived by some as a reward for their efforts in closing multiple deals, the meeting quickly turned sour when managers suggested that despite their extensive hours, the junior bankers should improve efficiency. So that's the young man who died. Oh, he's younger than me too. And that's someone else who also died. Oh, that's horrible, of course. A few current junior bankers at Baird reportedly see their situation as typical for the industry, indicating that they accept these conditions as standard practice. See, that's the thing. If they do, then why are they complaining? Right? You can't have it all. I don't think you should be allowed to have it all. You're getting paid a ridiculous amount of money, more than I've ever made in my whole lifetime, I'm sure. Right? But you have to make sacrifices for it. Now, I'm not saying you should pay with your life, but it's not like they did not know what they were getting into. It's not like these practices and in the investment banking industry is a surprise, right? So at the same time, no one should die due to overwork. But at the same time, are they really surprised that they would have to work like a dog? All right. Former employees recall hesitancy to complain, fearing perceptions of weakness or criticism from senior staff, who often reference harsher conditions. Harsher conditions. Wow. So he's even worse. So did they die several times over then in their own careers? A mid-level banker was accused of frequently assigning demanding schedules. Haney was terminated by the bank. All right. Despite criticisms, colleagues described Haney as hardworking and well-liked. Baird has not commented publicly on these allegations or the resulting management changes. Well, actually there's lots of exactly no one's forcing you to work. Yeah. No, I mean, like, these are two opposite sides of an argument here, but I know what both sides are saying. I personally, I mean, come on now. The Tao is very clear on this. There is no balance here. The Tao wants balance. The Tao demands balance. If you act in alignment with the Tao, you must be balanced. There is no balance if you're working 20 hours a day. So if I were these interns, I would quit, especially because what is the reason for wanting to work in finance? Who has a passion for this? Like, it's not actually like they're saving the world here. They're just making more money for themselves. That's how I see it. I mean, sure, it's horrible that these two died. You know, my condolences to them and their family. But at the same time, did they not choose to work themselves to death? No one forced them to work there, right? And they couldn't deal with it. So, and ultimately, it's sad because they paid the ultimate price with their lives. And the Tao says this: not only must there be balance, but you must do things in a way that must be in alignment with the Tao. And so there's no alignment there, and because it's not balanced. And not only that, being motivated by only money to work as a career, that's awful. That's not a good way to do things. Because for me, I'm motivated by only one thing. I want to spread the Tao to save souls. If the more souls I save, the more people I help, the more merit I gain. The more merit I gain, the more I would likely to go to a good place after my own death, and the more likely is it that I would become an immortal. I want to become an immortal in order to help save even more souls after my death. I want people to feel free to pray to me, and I will help because I like helping people. That is my motivation for being a Taoist priest, for teaching you all, for sharing all this with you. I'm very happy to be able to do so. But I don't actually see how working as an investment banker, how that really helps anybody except for themselves. So it's a shame that they died. It's a shame that they had to pay the ultimate price. hopefully in their next lives they would know better. They would know to not be motivated solely by greed and by money, because that's how I see it. It's true, I don't know them personally, but I don't think investment banking is about compassion and saving the world, that's for sure. All right, what do you guys think? This has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao, unlike this entire investment banking industry.